I'm at loss of words there.
That is a deep one.
That is a very deep one. Okay.
All right, we are over in UPSON County on the other side of the Flint River, and we're actually driving down Double Bridges Road right now, which is a antebellum crossing of the Flint River on the old Alabama Road. So this is Double Bridges Road, also old Alabama Road. We're driving on a modern alignment of Double Bridges Road now. This is not the original roadbed, I don't believe. It's probably right over there. So I just saw a deep gorge over there. But hopefully we're going to get down and find some of the actual route of the original old Alabama Road somewhere down here. So we'll see what we can find.
Okay, this being the eastern side of the Flint River.
Yeah, this is an older part of Georgia here. It's always interesting to think about that when you cross the Flint River, you're actually crossing into an older part of Georgia. So what I'm kind of looking for right now is the original alignment of Double Bridges Road or old Alabama Road here, because I don't think that this is it that we're on right now, because the banks there are no banks.
Yeah, we're on a ridge finger right now, and that's a damn roadblock.
That's cut deep. That might be, maybe it is.
Yeah. Foot traffic only.
All right, so we were foiled by a gate again, at least being able to drive through here. This is part of state property that we're on right now. But I believe that this is probably at least an older alignment of Double Bridges Road or Alabama Road. You can see the high banks we've got right there. And according to the map, this basically leads to the Flint River, more or less. Definitely on an old alignment it did. But it also cuts through private property before cutting back into state land, so not sure that we can make it down where we wanted to go on this trip. But might have to access it by water after all.
Amphibious operations.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it. But we'll.
That's why you brought the Marine.
That's it. We'll have a little look around, and if we see anything interesting, we'll let you know. We've got our first sign. First of all, we're back off of Alabama Road. Well, we may be on Alabama Road. I'm not really sure how it aligns, but we're still in the area, just not where we were down with the high banks. And we find our first real sign of civilization of long ago out here. Apparently an open well over here, because it's a sign that tells us danger and keep out.
Don't want to walk off into it. It ain't marked very well.
I sure don't see it. There's a well here. Could have filled it in. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's over here.
Yep. Here you go. I can get the briars off of you.
Yeah, square
hole.
Square hand dug well that's been mostly filled in. Well, that one's not too exciting.
It's dangerous enough.
Yeah, it's been pretty much filled in.
Well, they put a sign up. We had to go see what the danger was.
That's it. That's it. No, where would the house have been?
Up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been down.
No.
You notice it's on the, all these wells we keep finding are on the ridge,
Yeah.
not in the bottom, because that's bad water down there.
I'm trying to keep an eye out for the timber rattlesnakes.
Quit saying that word. No S words.
I was just walking over here because this is nice, real flat right here.
Look for plants.
Yeah, plants, china, a brick, something. I don't see anything. If there was a house here, it's been erased.
Long time taken out.
Yeah.
All land management going on and everything. I would say if I was going to have one, it'd be up in that area. If it was me, but I don't like walking to the water too far either, though.
True.
Not in the wintertime.
Yeah, I've seen wells that were a real long way from a house. Also wells that were right up against it, so
Yeah.
hard to say. But I don't really see any signs of house. Could have been a field well too, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
A traveler stop well on the side of this old road. No
That's
telling.
true. Somebody sold water back in those days too, huh?
That's it. All right, so the open well is just right down the road, and we were driving back out and saw this big old cedar tree, or what remains of a big old cedar tree. And this area looks interesting enough for us to give it pause and look at it. And as Scott was pointing out off camera, there's what appears to be a terrace or an old roadbed right here, so I guess we'll find out.
It's like brick material.
That's brick.
Yep.
That's brick.
This brick, that's brick.
Yep.
We're standing on a chimney pile.
Yep.
I told you, if I had my house, I'd put it right up in here.
That's right. What, you think this is roadbed or terrace?
See how the brick pile's right there,
Yeah.
the chimney pile's right there, I'd have to say it's a terrace. I would have said it was the road cut, but that's definitely a chimney.
It could have been scattered too when they were messing
You know,
with
here's
the land.
another thing is, well, look at where that tree is. That's the original level down there.
Yeah.
This could have been, you know, terraced up.
Yeah, for sure. A
And
terraced front
behind
yard.
the property, the house could have sat right there. Or right, you know, probably running this way. And the road could have been there or it's up here. And we get down there to that private property road, got those high banks on both sides. That's definitely been there a while.
Yeah. Let's see what's on top of the terrace here. It's good. Flat spot.
There's a brick.
Another brick.
That's a full-fledged brick.
That's an old one too.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, because something over here on the Upson County side, like I said, this is an older part of Georgia. So normally what we see, we can figure home sites date back to at earliest 1826, 27, 28, something like that. Over here, this land is earlier. What is it, about 1806 was it settled?
Something like 1806.
See if there's an actual chimney pile. It may have been just all scattered. More of this rock here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the back side of this. You see where those big old oak trees or hardwood trees are?
Yeah.
Look back there. All right, so we have more signs of settlement back here, but much newer settlement than what I think that this house was. An old truck cab of some sort. If you can identify what that was, definitely leave me a comment. Got more home site remnants. Probably the windshield for that truck right here. This is double laminated glass. Oh, and if I had electricity, it's part of a shoe. And a little speck of blue glass where this has been piled up here. Interesting to see what the last remnants of a home site like this are. That's a, I think that's a fuse box. Yeah, it is. There we go. I see it now. This house could have burned here. And just everything was left, or it could have just been bulldozed down when this area was logged and everything was scattered around. I'm still gonna walk back here, see what's back of these hardwoods that haven't been cut, which is always interesting to see. Another brick, and again, another very old brick. These are what we would call handmade bricks, or locally made bricks that are made out of the red clay that's out here and around. So always pretty cool to see. More brick. You can see when this tree fell over, you can actually tell how long this brick has been scattered here by when this tree fell over, because this tree, when it fell over, it pulled some artifacts out of the ground, like this brick that had grown up between the roots right there. There's the top of a, more than likely a snuff jar, right here in the root ball. So maybe looking at like a couple different eras of settlement here. I think this might be either foundation or chimney pile. We've got a lot of bricks around here. There's bricks just scattered all through here, so I think kind of in the heart of where the house was. Hey Scott.
Yeah.
This well was for a different house. There's another open well over here.
Look out for.
So that could have been a field well over there, and this may have been the well for the house.
Where they had the horses.
Yeah, exactly. This one has been filled in too, unless this isn't it. It's either the well or a cellar, flower, yeah, root cellar, flower pit. That's the word I was looking for.
That's what it looks like.
It looks more like a flower pit, yeah.
Yeah.
The wells might be over here. Oh, yep, right behind this tree. Here's the well.
Yep.
Oh, that one is a
deep one?
That's a deep one.
We need a rock.
We do need a rock. Plenty of them around.
Yeah.
Except when we need one, apparently.
When you need one, apparently.
So I think that is a flower pit or root cellar over there.
Bricks.
Sure enough.
There's a brick down in there, bro.
All right, so now it's time for our usual, you know, how deep is the well by dropping a rock into it.
I'm at a loss of words there.
That is a deep one.
That is a very deep one. Oh. Don't go down that well.
No.
It's not square either.
No, that's a round well.
It's up here on top of the ridge where they usually put them.
All right, we got to hear that again.
One more time.
You stick the camera in, that way we can hear it real good. All right.
Oh Lord, that's deep.
That is a deep one.
I'm a loss of words.
Hey, can you imagine hand digging that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I watched my dad do a 55 footer. That's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So we've walked this around, completely around the top of this.
Yeah.
And through it. So with the flower pit, the well, we're pretty sure the house set right up in here. And we definitely keep running into bricks.
Yeah.
And so this definitely was a home site.
And the brick is definitely old brick, like
Yeah.
a locally made brick.
Yeah.
But I also found a fuse panel and a light socket by that old truck cab over there.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know how long it's been since it was lived in, but at the same time, I found one of those old bricks in the root ball of that tree over there that's uprooted.
Okay.
So maybe it's several. Or the fuse box and the light socket may have just been dumped here.
That's true too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it a screw-in type?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
it could have just been
Yeah. It's
previous dumping. The truck cab may have just been dumped here too, but it's neat.
Well, we know a lot of people were still in the area up until the Depression. you know, because when it come to the Depression, a lot of people just lost everything.
Yeah.
So they let the banks take it over. The banks fell. You know, some lumber barons were able to buy it pennies on the dollar. You know, I knew a guy in Lee County, Alabama. His dad worked for the railroad, and he was buying at 35 cents an acre back during the Depression.
Right.
So there's whole towns over there that just totally wiped out because of it. So, you know, that's the thing about it. There's a domino effect too, because let's say the people who run the feed store, the granary, and all this other stuff, you know, these people lose everything and they fall out, and that's their customers. They fold too. So, you know, the little town pretty much goes away.
Yeah.
And this whole region is full of stores like that.
Mm-hmm. That and the boll weevil too.
And the
before
boll weevil
Depression
didn't help at all.
So people have always asked how we find sites like this, and this is a good example of it. A big old dead cedar tree, and then reading the land just a little bit, and it'll lead us to
Looking for remnants.
yeah.
There's always evidence, you know, almost always. But we didn't find any kind of grave site. But it all started with this tree. Well, it all started with the wells.
Yeah.
But this tree went and got us going back up in there. So it's a cool 91 degrees today.
Yeah, I'm ready to find the air conditioning again.
It's a sauna.
It is. 91 degrees and about 900% humidity.
Yeah. Yesterday was nicer, it was 89.